Now then guys, welcome back to Strasz Gaming. I am Luke and this is my Football Manager 2019 Journeyman save. You join me in like episode 107. If you've just joined now to watch this one video, where the hell have you been? It's been quite a good journey. Since the last episode, I can't remember which one we did. And I don't know if it was around this point here where we lost against Wolves and then lost against Leicester in the FA Cup. I'm not too sure, or whether it was Man City and Wolves in the Carabo Cup to get into the final. I know it was around there, but anyway, we've been knocked out of the FA Cup by Leicester City. We drew against Bristol in the league 2-2. We managed to beat Cardiff 4-0. Derby, we beat them 3-1. So it's the games that we needed to win. It was them two games, I remember now. And then we've played Atletico Madrid in the first knockout stage of the Champions League. Away from home, we managed to beat them 3-0 quite comfortably, wearing Binch and Silva getting on the score sheet. Today, we have another cup final, and hopefully I can break my streak of getting into finals and not winning. We've had 3 so far. Is it 3 that I've had? Or is this my 3rd cup final? I've had the FA Cup final, the Europa League final. Yeah, this is my 3rd cup final. So I've lost 2 of them. I have won one back in the lower leagues for the FA Trophy, but that doesn't really count, doesn't it? And then we've got a massive game against Liverpool in the league, who are first, who are running away with it this season. If we want to try and fight back, try and retain our Premier League title, we need to beat Liverpool today. We'll have a quick look at the league table before we get into this Carabo Cup final against Tottenham. If we go into competitions, we are currently lying 3rd in the league. We're 6 points behind Liverpool. We're a point behind Manchester United. We've got quite a bit of a gap going on now for Man City. We've got 11-point gap between Southampton and Chelsea. So top 4 looks like it's going to be a doable one. We just need to try and just keep going and just keep plugging away and try and challenge Liverpool to the last game of the season. You know how it happened last season with Tottenham. We managed to just keep fighting and eventually beating them. But speaking of Tottenham, let's get into this game, the Carabao Cup final. This is the team we're going to be lining up. I feel a bit bad on some of the other players, some of the younger players. I did obviously rotate quite a bit in this Carabao Cup. Irabaran's going to be in goal. Nick Back, Arab, Lete and Lovrak are going to be the back 4. I feel like actually Benjamin should be starting if he's not injured. Benjamin can start. There we go, because he wants to play more football. Longsdale wants to play more football as well, so I think I'll give him a start. Silva and Sokenby in the midfield. I have had Ollie obviously playing this competition quite a bit, and I feel a bit harsh that he's not on the bench, and I think I might have to be honest with you. There is no other midfielder that I have on the bench anyway, so Chiesa can come off. There we go. So Ollie is on the bench. We've got Paul King on the right hand side, Longsdale in the middle, which I've got cover for on the bench. I've got Dave on the left hand side with Waring up top. I'm just thinking, is that right substitute-wise? I've only got one midfielder. I've got Penne, Baelish. Anyone else on here that should be maybe on the bench instead? Striker-wise, don't really have a striker, do it. I might take Penne off, bring on McWell. I think that's how it's going to be. But yeah, let's start this game. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully we can win. I really want to win. Well, I wanted to win all the trophies in England before we moved on, but it looks like the FA Cup isn't going to be ours. The Carabao Cup would be nice. Like I say, at the end of this season, I don't know whether just to resign or see what's going on, or yeah, it's just going to be weird. I do want to move now. I feel like I've done all I can in England. I feel like we've won the league. We haven't won any other cups just yet. So I'm not going to count my chickens before. Count your eggs before the chicken? I don't know how that goes. But we do go 1-0 up with Ashley Warings within the first minute and a half of this game. We go 1-0 up against Tottenham. It is a lovely counter-attack. King plays it to Lonsdale. Plays it out to Dave. Gets the cross in. Gets a lucky deflection. And Warings there puts it in for his 16th goal of the season. He's slowly starting to do really well for us. Sokenby, he wanted to go in January. I tried to get rid of him. No one wanted to pay the money I wanted for him, and what a goal that was. Poor little Kim Jun Young. That is poor for him. Cup final in. Pixton picks the ball up, shoots, comes back out to him, shoots again, hits the post, and then, yeah, that's not a good thing to happen. And we are 2-0 up with 10 minutes on the clock. I do worry when we go 2-0 up at this point of the game. Another highlight, though. Again, this is going to be Tottenham getting their goal now, getting them back into the game. It's going to be one of these cup finals, isn't it? Perez crosses it in, goes close. Iraban keeps it out for a corner. Can we defend this corner? Iraban punches it out to Lonsdale, and that's the end of the highlight. But we are on the attack again. Lonsdale to Sokenby, shoots. Waring's there. Is he onside? I think he is, you know. He is onside. Sokenby, we've seen him shoot so many times from a distance like that and it going in. So he hits the crossbar and Waring's is just there to tap it in. Makes it 3-0. Waring is having a lucky game today with deflections and stuff like that. But he's just there. He's an out-and-out striker. He's there where I need him to be. Right, half-time's here. We are 3-0 up. And yeah, it's going a bit too well. I don't know what sort of team Tottenham have put out, to be honest with you. I didn't really look. I don't know if that's their first team or whatever. But we've gone out here and we want to win this cup. I don't really recognise any of their players. I feel like they may be playing some of their youth. I probably should have been doing that. I will be making some subs. In fact, I'm going to make a sub round about now after this highlight, I think. And that's Waring for his hat-trick. Gets a hat-trick in the Carabo Cup final, makes it 4-0. I'm going to take him off after that hat-trick. I'm going to bring on McQuell. He's coming back from injury. And then I also want to bring on Ollie for Silver Pixton. Just to make them subs. Ollie's been played in literally every single one of these games. He should come on, really. He should be allowed to come on. Waring's just got his hat-trick, so we'll take him off. We'll rest him for the Liverpool game. Who else have we got on the bench that maybe I want to bring on just to get some game time? I mean, I want Baelish to come on, but I'm thinking maybe some of the centre-backs. Oh, depends. I feel like Baelish, because he's played in a lot of the competitions. Get him on the pitch for the final. I feel like we've won this one, but again, I've no football manager and I know what can happen. Right, ball out to Arab. To Benjamin. To Arab. Plays it out to Sokenby, to Dave, out on this left-hand side, to Lovrak. Crosses it to Dave. Dave's in, Dave shoots. Goes out for a corner. I feel like I'm going to make one last sub, but I don't know who to bring on. Diaz, the centre-back, to take off for Arab, who's on a yellow card and is tiring. Van der Bush. In fact, no, I'm just going to bring on Ollie Baelish. I want to see him play more football, so we'll give him 15 minutes. 15 minutes of game time. Should be all right for him. He'll be on the pitch for a final. It's a big experience. We are 4-0 up. If we keep a clean sheet now, I'll be happy. Look how many shots we've had. And I need to show you, actually, thinking about it, I need to show you the Leicester game that we lost in the FA Cup. Oh, they do get a goal out of nowhere. The Leicester game where we lost in the FA Cup, I think they had 2 shots. We had about 35. And they still won 2-0 or something like that. It was ridiculous. That was just a nice, easy goal for us to give them, to be honest with you. Let's let them get back into the game. It's 4-1 now. I think we should be all right. Dave's pulled his hamstring, which is not what we want to see. I wish there was an option to... Oh, my God, they've pulled another goal back. They have pulled another goal back. Surely they're not going to get another 2 goals. 5 minutes of added time. Just can't... There we go. Oh, my God, they're going to get another goal, aren't they? There we go. We managed to defend that. Paul King crosses it to Dave, who's got a bad hamstring and still manages to score. Even with a bad hamstring, he makes it 5-2. This has been an absolutely demolition of Tottenham. It really has. A North London derby for the final. Dave picks it up. He's injured. Beats his man, though. Slots it into the corner. Keeper did get a hand to it, but unfortunately couldn't keep it out. We have won the Carabo Cup, ladies and gentlemen. You know, the one that everyone wants to win in England. And there we are celebrating. We finally won another cup. I can add that one to my tally now. Well done, guys. Congratulations. Passionately say, I'm happy with your success. The board couldn't care less. They didn't want us to win this competition. But I went out and did. I did obviously play some of the youth throughout the game, through the Carabo Cup matches. But it will do. we celebrate a double. Apparently, we've got a double with the Carabo Cup and Community Shield. That's not the kind of double I want in the season. But we do have Liverpool now, so we need to focus our attention on the league. So we'll get into Liverpool in the Liverpool game. 3 days' time. Hopefully the players are fit, and we should be able to, fingers crossed, get a victory against Liverpool. So then here we are in the Liverpool game. This is the lineup for the game. We've got Lars in goal, Nick back at right back, Carabo and Service as the centre backs with Lovrak on the left hand side. Midfield wise, we've got Sokenby and Pixton, the same two. Obviously, it's played in the Carabo Cup final match. Paul King out on this right hand side. We've got Longsdale in the middle. Chiesa's coming back from an injury. Dave, by the way, did pick up an injury in that last game. He's out for 2 weeks. Unfortunately, that's his second big injury this season, which is not great. Obviously, Martial and Binch out injured as well. I don't know if you realise Binch was out injured. 6 weeks he's out for. He's going to miss a lot of games. Martial is out for 7 weeks. Again, he's out for a long time. Waring is going to be starting up top, considering his hat-trick in the last game. I can't not play Waring. After he scores a hat-trick at Wembley in a cup final, he has to start up front, right? Liverpool are playing quite defensive there, I just realised. We've been on a good run, and I should have said we owe Liverpool after the last time we played them, because they beat us, I think, quite comfortably as well. So, enough said. We'll just get straight into this game. Fingers crossed we'll get the win, hopefully. And then we'll just start closing down the points to Liverpool. But the only problem is, I think they've only lost one game all season. They've had a couple of draws now. I thought at one point we're going to have an invincible team in the league, but obviously they have dropped points now, thank God for that. They have lost a game to Man City, so they are beatable. So can we beat them? That's the question. We're on the attack here. Chiesa's in, shoots. He's not been the man he was last season. Obviously, he's getting on a bit. He has picked up a couple of injuries. So, yeah, he's definitely not worth having a contract renewed. I don't know when it's actually up. And if we stay here, he's not going to be played much more. Same with Martial as well. We'll probably let him go. I just don't think we will be at Arsenal next season. Depends if some big jobs come in. Sokenby, though, going for a long shot. Why not, eh? Why not? I'd do the same thing. We have a corner. Chiesa whips it in. We go close. We're knocking on the door here. Liverpool haven't even had a shot yet. Paul King with a free kick. Can we get the ball into the box? Well, it is in the box. Can we get a shot off even? It doesn't happen. Liverpool are on the attack. And it looks like they're going to counter. They have a long shot. We'll let them have it. That's their first shot of the game in 14 minutes on the clock. Right, we've got another corner. Chiesa whips it in this time. Doesn't fall to any of our players. And it's now Liverpool again on the counter-attack. They're going to break us on the counter-attack. It looks like they do. They go 1-0 up. Marcus Asensio scores for them. It's their second shot of the game. And they just break from a corner. And they've got 2 men over here. You can see it on the little mini-map. 2 men over. And it's just one of them unfortunate goals. It shouldn't have happened, but show some passing, lads. Come on, we've had all the shots. 12 shots, 4 on target. We've got to get a goal before half-time. We have to. Right. Longsdale. What a poor pass that was. Liverpool are again on the attack down this right-hand side. Crosses it, well, just across to the left-hand side. And they go close again with their third shot. Can we clear it? We do clear it. Lars picks the ball out of the air. I feel like we're going to go into half-time at 1-0 down. We are. After we were the better team, all the possession, it was just one corner, came from one corner. We owe Liverpool. They didn't appreciate the angriness. I'm not happy. I'm just going to tell them all, I am not happy. I'm not going to yell at them too much, actually. It'll scare them, I reckon. Also, if we lose, it drops us down into 4th place, which is not ideal. Right, Lovrak to Longsdale. Sokenby. Pixton plays it out wide to Nick back. Crosses it in. Steve Lonsdale is there and scores, making it 1-1. In the back of my mind, he was one of the people that were going to be coming off at half-time. But he's managed to grab himself a goal, and this is a lovely cross from Nick back. I'm glad I started Nick back. Obviously, Benjamin wants to play more football. He's just as good, but Nick back, I think, in these sort of games, needs to be playing. He is the better right back. He has been putting the better performances in for us. Right, Lovrak to Longsdale to Pixton. Shoots. Oh my Get in, we make it 2-0 in this second half. We've come out, guns blazing, and I reckon it's my team talk that's probably turned him around. Lonsdale finds the pass to Pixton. 1 touch, 2 touch with the shot. Becker in goal, doesn't stand a chance. I'm going to make a sub. I think I'm going to take off Waring, bring on Sokenby, get him on the pitch because he hasn't really played much. Chiesa, I feel like Reece Nelson. Chiesa's not having a great game. Reece Nelson can come on and play as an inside forward and support. He's not that great on that left-hand side, but Paul King's just as bad, so we'll just do that. Right there, Liverpool, though, on the attack again. Can we win that? No, Lovrak loses out. Shot comes from out wide, and it does go in for Liverpool, making it 2-2. They're back into the game. I just don't feel like we're going to get this game. I don't think we're going to beat them. And Trent Alexander-Arnold picks the ball up, plays it to the striker. Juno, what is it? No, is it Jan Ponzo? Yeah, I'm rubbish with names, aren't I? Absolutely terrible with names. I'm thinking who else I need to take off. I think Sokenby. You can come off. I'm going to bring on Ollie. Again, I like Ollie because he can play in both of these positions in midfield quite comfortably as well. He's a wonder kid. We'll get him on the pitch, see how he can do. I registered him in January so he can actually play in the Premier League now because I didn't last season at the beginning of the season, and he's played well in the cup games, so he's deserved himself to get a chance into the squad. But it looks like this game may hold out for a draw. I thought Paul King was going to be in there. I really did. We have been the better team. We do not deserve to lose this game. We definitely deserve a point, but we do not deserve to lose this game. Paul King gets the cross in. Sokenby goes close, hits the crossbar. The woodwork is still rattling from that header, and it really does look like it's going to be a 2-2. A 2-2 it is. We managed to get a draw against top of the table Liverpool, and you did brilliantly to come back. Yeah, okay, I'll give them that. They've done well. We were 1-0 down at half-time, but we were the better team. Man United have won, so they've obviously pulled some points up on us. What are they? 5 points, so the 3 points are clear of us at the minute. Man City go above us via 1 point. It's difficult, but we'll take it. We'll see where we're going to come back next. I think I know exactly where I'm going to be coming back next. We want to see what happens in the Champions League, and you didn't see it the first time around against Atletico Madrid. So it's going to have to be Atletico Madrid and Stoke, I think it'll be in the league. We'll get that game done. I'm not going to show you the Tottenham game because the amount of times we've seen Tottenham this season, we're getting to the back end of the season. And if you have a look, other than Tottenham, we've got West Ham, Fulham, Brighton, Stoke, Tottenham, Newcastle, Wolves, Burnley, Southampton, Norwich and Leicester. We've got a pretty good run to the end of the season. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but I think it's a pretty good run. There's a lot of points for us to have here. So if Liverpool do drop points, it's going to be good that we might be able to catch them. I don't think we will, but we're going to give it a bloody good shot. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I will catch you in the next episode. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you in a bit.